I am not the type of person to make streams like this. I'm usually very calm, very chill. And you all saw how I was yesterday. I was happy, I was joyful, I was like yeet and all that stuff. But I gotta say, man, um, something's gotta give. But before we get started, howdy everyone. It's Wilkins here. And there's a lot that happened today already. And it ain't good. It's not good at all. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. No stream. No yeet. Sorry, no stream. I no, there's not gonna be a stream. That's why I'm streaming right now. There's not gonna be no second stream and none of that. I need to get away from certain things. And I tell you, I was in such a good mood. And then there was some things that happened, and it just put me in probably the worst mood ever. I uninstalled Discord on my phone. I just said, no, enough's enough. I was tired. I was so tired that I literally felt myself about to have a panic attack. And that's very rare. Usually, I don't say stuff like this, but I was dealing with so much from my job and then coming home. That increased stress was just not good. It wasn't anything scary like, oh, and put me in the hospital. No, no, no. It was just, I just felt it. And I was like, man, this is what it feels like to be older. So I'll explain a little bit of what happened. No names will be listed, wasting my time. I'm just simply going to state what happened, how I feel about it, and how I'm just straight up done with certain things. And I'm just going to take a little break. We'll start off with the minor stuff. All right. So, minor thing number one is, hey, it's Valentine's Day, right? Find your lover, right? But for those of you who've been paying attention, have not been living under a rock, I literally released a TikTok that has over 1,000 plus views stating why I don't get into relationships. And a lot of people actually were in agreement with what I stated. But just because people are in agreement doesn't mean their actions mean worth a crap. People will go into your vids talking about they agree with you, they love you, but when they meet you, they treat you completely different. Common sense will tell you that if someone makes a vid like that, the first thing I'm going to do is check on my friend and see if they're okay. No one's done that. I think one person made a comment, telling me, hey, you deserve happiness, yada, yada, yada. And I appreciate that. Only one person did that. Everyone else just like, oh, I'm right there with that. And that's fine. I mean, it's whatever. But courtesy, man, is just dying. And I don't know if it's because if we have a new leader or what, but people forgot about that. They forgot about courtesy. They forgot about the fact that, behind what people do, there is an actual human there. Like, it was interesting because a friend of mine that I've known for almost 2 years, we were talking about this, about how some people don't know how to treat humans as they are. It's a big problem. It's a huge problem. But it's whatever. Uh, so I went to that. So there's two individuals that I honestly kind of liked, and I at times wanted to get to know them and maybe date them. The issue is, I'm not stupid. I know what time it is, and I know that they hold a lot of hidden baggage. So I had to ask myself, as much as I really liked them as friends, why would I take it that step further? It makes no common sense. None. One who's dealt with a lot of relationship problems, big red flag. And one who already has issues with a friend of mine, red flag. Doesn't matter how nice and sweet they are to me, that is a red flag. I was never ever given the opportunity to share this with them or to state this because they never gave me the chance to do it. When I tried to explain it, they just shoved it off. Quote unquote, my words were, I never really got to spend a lot of fun time with you. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. And their response was, eh. That was their response. Good to know. Next person, it was based off of the fact that, I really liked their persona and they never once asked me, hey, what do you think about this? Is this okay or whatnot? Like they never actually put me in a private call or found me on VR and asked me, do you think that this is an okay idea? They just made the decision on their own. They said, I'm going to let my community decide. And I said, okay, that's fine. But what about your friends? Didn't matter. Granted, this is someone who has collabed with them, made videos for them, supported them, tried their best to make sure they had a good birthday, and that's what I get. Helped work on their Discord server just to get hit with no thanks at all. This type of nonsense makes people tired. And I'm not going to state names because it's a waste of my time. It makes people tired. It makes people frustrated. And it makes people say, I'm done. I was so close to just leaving that server and not looking back. I was so close to literally just saying, just remove my mod role. Just remove it. I'm done. I was fed up. Now you probably think to yourself, well, why would you put that in the minor? That seems like a pretty major one if you actually liked them. It's my fault. I should have never even thought about having feelings for them, but I did, and this is where it landed me. Moving on because that's how they treat me. Moving on, um, because I already made my peace, by paying my respects. Oh yeah, funny thing. Someone said one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. I'm not gonna be nice about it. So I was, they asked me, I pretty much say, hey, I apologize. You came at an awkward time. Just pay my respects. And their mother, I don't care to say, I really don't care. Their mother told this individual and stated that the incident where 60 plus people died in a plane crash, right? No, the helicopter crash, stated that happened years ago. I checked and checked to see if this was true, and it wasn't. I was so livid, angry actually, that I just laughed off and said, "Oh yeah, your mom's right." And granted, this individual is an adult. All right, it's just I was so angry that I just laughed it off because I'm like, how does one brush something off like that and say that happened years ago when it happened recently? Whatever. Moving on. The next thing. This happened right after work. This is when I was already having, a rough time with work. Things were fine, but just constantly being bothered. Can you let me in? Yada yada. And this individual talking about if you don't do such and such, I'm gonna punch you in the face. I'm like, what? And I had to almost get with this individual saying, I'm sorry, what did you say? I was like, I'm sorry, what did you say? And of course he changed his tone, but it's just like, how dare you? How dare you? Especially when I, pretty much, out in the cold and stuff, running out there, grabbing your dinner because you don't know how to act. Because you were suspended. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave that alone. But the one thing that irritated me more than anything, and I get that this is a role play, who cares? It's fake, all of that stuff. And usually I don't care until I saw some things that irritated me to high heaven. Number one, um, my avatar. There is a version of my avatar that's old that's not supposed to be used by public eye without permission. Now, I will admit that my friend told me that they did clone this avatar, and I simply told him when I talked to him, I said, next time just ask. You don't have to do that. And then afterwards, they gave it to someone else without my permission. But then again, it's my fault because I made the avatar public. So what can I really do? It's not the fact that they did it. It's just how they did it and the fact that they didn't respect the fact to just ask. Hey, can I use your avatar for this? Sure. Just ask. I don't care. Just ask. There was so much of a lack of communication, right? Because there's this group that I'm part of that I really, really liked. Even though there was some discrepancies with like how my character was written. So it's like whatever. It's kind of like D&D style, stuff. But with a wrestling twist. And I saw in their little announcements, announcements in the Discord, that my character was beaten. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. But here's the thing that tripped me out. My character is in the hospital. And when you're in the hospital, you can't just jump up and say, oh, I'm healed again. No, that's not realistic. Your character has to take time to heal. And usually wrestlers that are in the hospital, it takes them a week or two to heal. That's just realism. Because even after you heal, you get the medicine or whatever, and you're able to pop yourself back up, into place. Realistically speaking, you still have to heal. You still have to rest. You have to take the medicine. You still have to exercise. You still have to go to physical therapy. Because my character's legs have been injured in a match. And all of a sudden, I'm perfectly fine. No communication. No nothing. Just, I'm fine. Makes no sense at all. But it was whatever. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I tried to work with them and say, you know what, imposter character, this is cool. I like it. Go for it. The part is what made me say I need to walk away for a bit. Because my character came back as a good guy. So after all of that build up, they turned my character heel without my permission and without letting me know. I was so done that I couldn't. I was supposed to go to a group event and I couldn't even enjoy it because they had to do that. And you know what they did? They did it as soon as I got out of work, where I was already tired, already out of it, and Mondays are the days where I just chill and relax. I'm like, why would you do this? And then think I would be okay with it. But they did it. They thought it was okay. And it just caused so much confusion. So while I was at my group, right, I figured I'm so frustrated. Like I was in my group, I was in my group, I saw my friends and those that I wanted to get to talk to, and they all noticed a change in my behavior where I just said, hey, I'll be right back. And I just walked up. And they were all like, is he okay? Because I usually don't act like that. That's how frustrated I was after all what I went through. I was having a good day. You also, did my stream and everything. I did the yeet, pay my respects to Jay Uso. And that's what they do with their time? It boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. Instead of reading a book, instead of just, doing something productive, seeing if there's anything needs to be done, see if their room needs to be cleaned, if they need to study, they decide to do that and think that I would be okay with it. Number one, that's not their character. That's mine. I worked on that character for over 10 years, building a story and everything on and off, and then introduced set character, like after trying to figure out whatnot. Because, like I said, I've always had a My Little Pony OC. It was just a character that was work in progress. And to see my character treated like this was just utterly disrespectful. So, what did I do? Calm myself down, did Yoda and everything. And I said, you know what? Let me just improvise. So I improvised where I was like, okay, well, let me just add this scene and this scene because I didn't even care what was going on because I'm like, how can this happen when I'm not even there and I'm at work? Whatever. So I go there and, all the characters, I just pretty much played along, okay, whatever. And then I do all this. And then once again, the leader of the group changes the story that that's a clone. I was like, I'm done. I just threw my hands. I was like, I'm done. I'm not gonna appear in their little VR event at all today. I'm done. I need some time to breathe. That is completely unfair and disrespectful. The fact that they didn't even bother to at least ask, what is it that you want? I know I stated that all I want is, my match and whatnot. And that's it. Do whatever you want. But to still not communicate with me is bonkers. Bonkers. When people say, oh, your character's over, my character has been looking like a chump since 2024. Constantly needing help, constantly needing assistance. It just doesn't look right. I get one good match. And with no assistance. That was awesome. That was my favorite match. And the rest always ended in nonsense. My character getting injured. This would be the most unfair D&D game of all time that I would immediately have quit if I knew that this was how it's going to go down. I was so frustrated that, and it was so weird because I was told I need to sell more. How about y'all need to communicate more? I mean, crazy. So I was just tired. And then, of course, someone blows up my DMs IRL, playing this character, not realizing that I just got out of a long day of work and I dealt with a lot. And, my brain is still trying to wrap around about those victims that died in that plane and helicopter crash. It was just the most unreal thing I have ever seen in my life. I was so confused. The whole time they was talking in that Discord and saying your character this and your character, I was literally confused and frustrated because I was tired. Long day of work, long day. I couldn't even enjoy my time. And then to make matters worse, here comes my other friend, the one that I was talking about earlier, the whole that I had a crush, somewhat of a crush on, comes in, tries to indulge, takes my friend, and goes ERPs with them. I was just fed up. I was like, man, I'm done. I'm done. I'm out. I'm just drew my arms on. Before I was about to go off, they come to me and they say I didn't enjoy it. I wanted to just turn my headset off and just say I'm done. Just turn my headset off, uninstall VR chat, just uninstall. Like I was just done. I was done. I went through all of that to try to meditate, calm myself down, and man, it's like my anger just went right back up. Went right back up. So they was telling me about all this and Mr. X and whatnot, and I just wanted to say, I swear, if you talk about your ex one more time, I almost went off. I was like, if you talk about your ex one more time, I'm leaving your Discord and I'm done with you. And I will not come back. And when I say I'm done, I'm done. Ugh. So Long story short, that's pretty much how my day went. And then, of course, in this my little group event or whatever, I did not have fun. Yes, I talked to people. I got to meet some folks, but and I got to see a longtime friend. They were in VR. They were really concerned about me. I apologized to them, and I just told them it's not your fault. You didn't do anything. This is just something that happened on my end, and it just ruined the whole experience. Then I went through VR, and then I had finally, just when I was about to head off, two of my friends check up on me. I was like, no, 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 do not check up on me. I'm gone. I'm out of here. And that's how my Sunday went. Sorry, not my Sunday. That's how my Monday went. Sunday was good, but it had some little weird moments. Dealing with individuals coughing, trying to make me sick, and of course, it just. And then I get hit with the most heartbreaking news that my friend is still in need of support because apparently having money is not enough anymore. Now they're dealing with legal issues because apparently there's other steps they need to take before, you know, her lover is. I'm like, man, I was so frustrated. I just left so many groups. I was just done. I was like, man, I'm done. I'm just done. It's like all the good stuff, with the castle crash and whatnot, being nice, boosting server and all that stuff. Even after all of that, I still feel done. I'm tired. I literally I'm not gonna bother talking on Discord at all. I don't think I even need Discord for a bit. I just don't. I just don't. So yeah, this pony's not gonna be a DM away for a little bit this week. I still need to study Chinese. I haven't even uploaded my video on Yao Shahu. I'll do that later. I even updated my Clapper. I even updated my dead Instagram. Yeah, I'm not worried about Instagram. My Instagram, I tried. It's the algorithm's so screwed up that it's whatever. So I'm not even worried about Instagram. It's literally just all I do is just post questions of the day, and I'm just done with that. I'm not done with it, but I just I forgot I have to do something like that. But I'm not worried about it. So I have to do that and finish this textbook, study Chinese, and work on a video. So, oh well, trying to figure out how I'm going to squeeze a stream in. Well, there's not going to be a stream. There's not going to be a stream, so you don't have to worry about it. But anywho, the question today is: has anyone tried to ruin your day or has ruined your day? No one ruined my day, but a lot of what happened is a wake up call. A wake up call. And I'm tired. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just tired, and I will reinstall Discord when I feel like it. I'm just tired. I'm done. I'm not responding to any DMs. I don't care how many times people spam message me. I'm done. I'm just done for right now. My headset constantly having tracking issues, and I just bought this headset, and it's whatever. So I do apologize if it seems like I'm venting, because I am. I usually don't do stuff like this, and I assure you, you will not see a lot of streams like this. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. If you can relate, awesome. Type in the comments on something similar happened to you. If you just want to laugh, you can laugh at my pain. That's perfectly fine. Or if you're someone that wants to sympathize, that's fine too. But yeah, and of course, with multiverses being offline, that's just annoying too. But yeah, I wanted to play games. I wanted to play Cat Scratchers, but I just need to think. I literally just keep thinking about Jay Uso win or Rumble, yeet, and that brings a little bit of joy. So But yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna just end the stream here. To those who joined, thanks. If not, doesn't matter. It's fine. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later or something. All right, y'all have a good one.